I'd like to call upon a very important person who is very busy indeed, but set aside his schedule to be here today. I would like to call upon our chief guest for the night, Mr. Aditya Khemka, the CEO Director of Aditya Infotech Limited.
Evening, friends. I'll make it very short. First of all, Mr. Nankumar, congratulations for a great initiative. I think we have two other renowned associations already in place in the security industry. One is APSA and the FSCI, which we all know. Like you, I'm on the board of both of them also. This association I see a little different compared to the other ones, which I think is also a requirement of the industry, which is the trade partners, and the dealers and the system integrators, which is more like the masses. So I think it's a good initiative, and like we say, every big beginning, behind every big beginning there is a small beginning. So I think it's a great initiative. We should take it to the national platform, and this could be one forum where I would really give one suggestion is to bring in as much fellowship as possible. I think policing and other things may not be the right platform on such a forum. Through fellowship, everything can be overcome. So I think fellowship is something which should be the motto of this forum. I have events every month. That could be probably combined with some product or some manufacturer or somebody sponsoring the event, having trainings and more educative programs for the system integrators and channel partners. So that is something I would really encourage the association to take forward. And of course, co-work with FSCI or APSA, as the goals are common for all the associations. Nankumar had asked me to talk a little bit about the security market. I'm probably one of the youngest players around here, I think 4 or 5 years only in the field. But how I see the market, the world market specifically, you will be shocked, but as per various surveys conducted on a worldwide platform, India is going to be the third largest market in the next 5 years for security, after China and the US. And in probably another 10 years would overcome US also. So I think, where do we need security? Where there are more people. So China is the largest world population, India being the second largest. You have security threats from people versus people. India is going to be a booming market, be it analog, people talk about IP, people talk about VMS, intelligent video analytics, all kinds of things. I don't think a degrowth in any technology in the next 10 years will remain. In the next 10 years, I think everything is going to grow. One thing which I would like to probably pass to you guys, and I think that is something which might be of a little help to all of you, is that the industry needs to get organized. When I say the industry, it's not just forming an association and doing it. Every integrator, every dealer, every shopkeeper needs to be more organized. Be it simple, from the simple process of accounting, from the simple process of customer need analysis. Most of the time where we find there is a mess, payment getting stuck, is perception gaps. The customer needs something, we are understanding something else is happening, and then there is a chaos. So I think documentation. These are basics which needs to come into the industry. And this is nothing new. The IT industry moved this way. If you go back to the late 80s, the early 90s, when you used to have so many computer system assemblers, there was huge gaps. And it gradually over time started getting matured. The networking industry started getting matured. So what we need is to think beyond the day-to-day things, but start getting more organized. Documentation is very important when you do a project. These are things which I find lacking in most of the system integrators, and people take things for granted, and then the problems start. So I think this is one basic, I may call it a tip or something, you must really look at moving forward. India market per se, there are various estimates with respect to the electronic security. Some people call it 2,000 crores, some people call it 3,000 crores. So there is a big spectrum, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 crores kind of market. But what I feel, the market is growing anywhere between 50 to 100%. So if you're not growing 50%, you need to really pull up your socks. So that's the growth you should look at for next 5 years, at least. Another important thing, like somebody said earlier, as market will grow, competition will grow. I would say competition is bringing in more market. It's actually expanding market. We have a dearth of integrators, we have a dearth of people in the trade to do the job. There's more work and there are less people to fulfill the demand. So more people joining the industry is actually expanding the market. It's not taking away a market share. So competition and more people getting in is healthy. Another thing, I think India, what I have seen is always been a market of second or third sale. First time you buy a mobile, you buy the cheapest. The second time you start getting more functions. The third time you buy a BlackBerry or an iPhone or something. Of course, depending upon what you want to afford and things like that. Our industry also will be a huge market for second and third sale. Today, people are facing problems where early installations do not give clear picture. The customers, there is an event happening and you can't recognize the person. So then things are getting installed. Another area which is happening is there is a lot more awareness to install solutions. So what we need to also start working on is adapting newer technologies. Let's not do run of the mill. There are new technologies coming in, higher resolution of products, of cameras, even technologies, HD, HDI. There are new things coming up. So unless and until we keep ourselves abreast with these new technologies, we will be definitely slightly lacking behind competition. One more trend we are seeing in the industry is convergence of networking system integrators and CCTV system integrators, especially when it comes to IP technology. What we find is a lot of IP business being driven by networking system integrators, unlike the security system integrators. For the simple reason, people are not upscaling themselves to newer technologies, which means you are leaving space for your competition to creep. So things like these are food for thought, that where you want to go. There is scope for everything. Even if you want to remain in what you are doing, there is scope. But to grow manifold, to grow at the space the market is growing 50 to 100%, you need to keep updating yourself. So these are few things I just noted to share with you. End of the day, let's have more fellowship through these platforms. Fellowship will solve most of the problems, and by discussions in such fellowship events, you will have much more solutions coming up for mutual growth. Thank you.